And now, going on to the bridge. This bridge is kind of complicated, so I'll try my best with this. Okay. First, it starts out with E flat and G flat, and you're rocking back and forth with this and B. So it sounds like that's one measure. And then this goes to F, and then you keep this up here, and then the B changes to B flat. And then this changes to G flat again. And you're playing this for 2 beats. Now another 2 beats is this. You're playing D flat now instead of this. Now your left hand is playing in this bridge, so when the bridge starts out, you're playing B, okay, for 2 measures. And then it changes to B flat for only 1 measure. And then for 2 beats in the next measure, it's E flat, and the next 2 beats is D flat. Okay, now for the right hand again, this is where the words come in. It's this again. But instead of playing this, you're adding an A flat, so it's like sounds like this. And of course you're playing a B for those 2 measures. Okay, and then after those 2 measures, you're moving down a half step with your thumb, so it sounds like this. And while that's happening, you're playing a B flat for that whole measure. And then after that measure, you're playing E flat, G flat, and B flat, and then B flat down here. So it sounds like this. And that's only for 2 beats. Then after that, you move your pointer finger from E flat to D flat, and then okay. And while you're playing that, the left hand is playing E flat, and then for 2 beats, and then this for another 2 beats. And then in the next part of the bridge, you're still keeping these 3 notes, but then you're playing it with the B, so it's. And then after that measure, you're going back to E flat, F, and A flat, while still playing this B. Okay, and then after that measure, you're moving down half step to B flat, and then back up to these 3 notes while still playing that B flat, and then moving down to D flat. And while that thing is going on, your left hand's doing something a little different this time. It's playing the rhythm like this. You're down to a low B, and you're playing it like an octave, and it's like this. And then you move down to a B flat octave. Then you're moving up to E flat octave for 2 beats, and then you go down to this. Okay. And that whole section is 4 measures long. And then you're doing the same thing that we just did before with those 4 measures with your right hand. Okay. But down here, the rhythm changes a little bit again, and it's like this. And then the very last measure of the bridge goes like this. You're playing these 3 notes with B flat, and it sounds like this. And then right after that, in the same measure, you're going down to this. So it's like. Okay. And while that's happening, you're playing this note down here. It goes like this. And that's the end of the bridge. And then you go into the chorus again. And you're playing the chorus for 16 measures. And after you've done the F or the E flat chord and the D flat chord, and after you've done this again, you're just gonna play this. that's going to be for another 4 measures. And then the ending chord in the left hand is G flat, D flat, and G flat, that chord. And then up here, it's D flat, G flat, E flat, or B flat, and D flat. So, and with down here. Okay, and that's how to play Manifesto by the City Harmonic.